It is my distinguished honor and privilege to welcome you this afternoon to the launch or the announcement of the rebranding of MBCA Bank to Nedbank Zimbabwe. I'm coming down because there's a bit of a chasm between us, so maybe to get closer to you. And getting closer to you is what we believe in, and that is our ethos, and that will not change. So every day when we wake up, we think to ourselves, how can we make the lives of Zimbabweans, the lives of our customers, better? How can we do more for them? And that is the bedrock upon which this cementing of the brand Nedbank Zimbabwe has been born. And so, ladies and gentlemen, just to set the platform, let me introduce to you Nedbank Zimbabwe.
People. What motivates us? Why do we wake up in the early hours before the sun takes its place in the sky? Why do we constantly feel the overwhelming desire to conquer and overcome? What makes us push ourselves to the very limits of our abilities and seek excellence in everything we do? Well, the answer is we do it because we want to be different. We want to stand out from the rest and become the best. Seeking to be different drives us to innovate, go further, fight harder, and climb higher. And the higher we climb, the better our view becomes. It drives us to make changes. Changes for better. Changes for more. Changes that change everything. Join us in celebrating our transformation from MBCA Bank to Nedbank Zimbabwe. As we embark on this new chapter, we remain focused on you and continue to give you more, better, faster, and greater. See money differently. Nedbank Zimbabwe.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a momentous day, an epic day, in not only the history of MBCA Bank, not only in the history of the financial services sector, but we'd like to believe in the history of Zimbabwe as a nation. We are currently in the buzzword, which is the new dispensation, and we're proud to say that this is possibly the launch pad for that new dispensation. Now, given that this is a briefing, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our top panel this morning. And with us, we have the Chief Operating Officer of Nedbank Zimbabwe, Mr. Macmillan Nyagomo. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Executive Head Marketing, PR and Communication, and that is Deirdre Mutimtema. Big round of applause for Deirdre. And of course, any team needs a captain, needs a leader, and steering us through this process is the tireless efforts of our Managing Director, Dr. Charity Jinya. And I'm going to ask you to give a big round of applause as she comes and gives us her remarks and also acknowledge her at the top table.
A very good morning, it's now afternoon. We've been working very hard. A good afternoon to you all. I would like to start by acknowledging our directors, led by our board chairman, Mr. Willard Zireva. I see a number of our directors are here with us. We appreciate your presence. I also, of course, want to appreciate the media who are here to flight a very special occasion in the life of what was MBCA Bank. Somebody said to me it was a very long time in coming. And I said to them, God's timing is always the best. And today is the timing for us to talk to you, to share with you the journey that we have taken, that we continue to take on our quest to be Nedbank Zimbabwe. Just a brief background of who Nedbank is today as we sit here. Of course, Ned Group owns the majority share, and this percentage has come down from over 70% to the 66% that you see up there, because, of course, at the penultimate line, we have employee share trusts, where employees now own just over 7%, at 7.9%. So Old Mutual Zimbabwe is our next big shareholder. So that is who Nedbank Zimbabwe is. There's been a lot of questions about who is Nedbank. That is who Nedbank is. So going ahead on where we are, this is just to give us a short history on where we've come from as Nedbank. I'm already forgetting that we were MBCA Bank, but we started our journey in 1956 when we were Merchant Bank of Central Africa, and first for MBCA then was the setting up of a treasury division in 1983, the very first one in the country, the first bank to establish that unit. And of course, over time, moved to 2004, when the Merchant Bank transformed itself into a commercial bank and was rebranded to MBCA Bank Limited, with the first branch at Jason Moyo. And we celebrated our jubilee in 2006, and by 2007, Nedbank acquired the majority shareholding in the then MBCA Bank through the rights issues. And that period saw the expansion of the branch network to Southerton and to the city of Mutare. Jumping on, 2011, that's where we began to see growth in our branch network with the establishment of branches in Zvishavani, in Gweru, Masasa, and Avondale. You will notice this was a deliberate step to ensure that we followed the economic pools of the country. Zvishavani is a mining area, and of course, Gweru, we have some mines in that area. Masasa is an industrial hub, and Avondale, of course, is a suburban area. And in 2016, we celebrated our Diamond Jubilee. And of course, last year saw the opening of our suburban branch in Borrowdale. So why have we rebranded, and why are we rebranding? When you look at MBCA, we've been a subsidiary of Nedbank for some years, but it was obviously necessary for us to begin to see MBCA in the context of the Nedbank group. So we wanted to make sure that, because in Zimbabwe we are global, not only in outlook, but in our relationships, we wanted that strategic fit to be obvious to our clients, our stakeholders, in our quest to becoming the most admired financial institution, not only by our customers and staff, but our regulators as well, and the communities in which we operate. So this clearly demonstrates that we are part of a regional brand that creates a strong brand identity when you look at our name, to reposition us for strategic growth. So this change means we are aligning all our propositions, our services, our channel offerings to that of the Nedbank Group, so that we can leverage on the strength that Nedbank Group already has in South Africa and in the other subsidiaries in sub-Saharan Africa. So you will be noticing that with this launch, we will be unveiling bundle accounts, enhanced digital platforms, and a contact center. The whole objective of all this is naturally to grow the business. And we are going to be moving to ensure that we move to the top tier of banks in this country under this same brand called Nedbank. So you leave South Africa, you see Nedbank. You come to Zimbabwe, you see Nedbank. You go to Namibia, you see Nedbank. You go to Swaziland, you see Nedbank. You go to Lesotho, you see Nedbank. And you travel on to Malawi, you see Nedbank. And we have another subsidiary operating in Mozambique. But that brand identity clearly demonstrates the strength that this institution has, that is called Nedbank. So MBCA is going international, really. So when you talk and you go outside Zimbabwe, you can say, we are Nedbank. And it's a name that will be easily recognized because it's already in a number of countries. And on the back of this, we want to build momentum for growth, both internally and externally, as we move on. So, what are the benefits to clients? Naturally, we want to improve customer service. We are aware that our systems were under strain. With this new branding, we are going to be, obviously, we've changed our systems as well. And some clients have already begun to experience the new system that we have unveiled. And this should be improving our perception of the brand as you think of Nedbank. And naturally, we intend to grow our customer base and improve profitabilities from the group synergies. And obviously, our communities as well should be experiencing the benefits of our enhanced profitability, because our contribution to our communities depends on the level of the profits that we make. And in this area, we will be going. I talked about the core banking system called FlexCube that we launched over the weekend. And clients, as I said before, will have begun to experience this system. And it will come, as it already has, and you will see that already on those of you who are clients, that we will begin to show you what the charges are as and when you transact. That way you have full visibility of your accounts. We have an option. For those who simply want to pay one charge for the month, we have bundle pricing. So on the back of this system, we will be introducing new propositions to our clients to ensure that they begin to feel and experience the benefits of becoming part of the Nedbank community. And we have a brand new look internet banking platform, which looks absolutely amazing, particularly if you are on desktop. I encourage you to first experience it on your desktop, for those of you who are our clients, and you will begin to see all the features that are now available to you. And because we've got a new system, new proposition, new name, we recognize that there are clients, members of the public who may have questions. So we've established a contact center to ensure that it's easier for you to get in touch with us and that we can serve you better should there be any queries or questions, particularly during this transition period. So, as Nedbank, when you look at Nedbank, you're saying, so what are they all about? The one thing that we want is simply to be the most admired. And we know that when we are most admired, a lot of things hang on that statement of being most admired. Everything you can think of that is excellent, that is positive, is associated with being most admired. And as Nedbank, we continue to have the vision of being the most admired financial services provider in Zimbabwe by our staff, our clients, our shareholders, regulators, and indeed the communities in which we operate. And the insight that we have in this space that we are operating in is that we can actually use our financial expertise to do good, not only for individuals or families, but for businesses and the society at large. And the essence to our brand identity is that we are money experts who do good for individuals, families, businesses, and communities. And you will have seen our payoff line which says, see money differently. And we've been advertising, demonstrating how we can look at money, not just as banknotes, but more as what you can get out of that money. But I'm sure my expert on marketing will unpack that much better than I will ever be able to do. So this is just a summary which will be expounded on by our marketing executive head, but we really want to make sure that as money experts, we have propositions for different segments of our markets. Those who are just entering into the banking arena, who may be still at the lower levels of the ladder, who are joining into banking, who may be worrying about, do I survive or do I just leave? The entry-level bankers, we have a proposition suited to their requirements. We naturally have the youth. In this country, the majority of the population, we have a growing youth in this country. And for them, money is the difference between the life that they live and the life that they dream of. So we will be unveiling propositions, especially for the youth, in as much as we will be unveiling propositions for the middle market, where money is the difference between just living and living well. And the affluent in our community also will have their very own proposition, because for them, money is the difference between just living well and leaving a legacy. We will be unveiling propositions for the affluent market and developing on existing propositions that we have. And for our wholesale market, the corporates, money is the difference between just an idea and the realization of the dreams that companies do have. So, what is our plan from here on in? Now we are on this journey of becoming Nedbank, of being Nedbank. What are we planning for our clients out there, for the general public out there? I talked about the banking system that we had, that we have changed, which is more stable, more efficient, and already for clients that were operating with us before, a large number of them will have already begun to see the difference. I talked about the internet banking platform, and this platform has won awards. So for those of you, even from the media, who are not clients, you must be curious and say, what is this platform? So I am going to look forward to receiving you at our branches so that you can see how this internet banking platform actually operates. Limited ATM functionality. Yes, I know when we look at ATMs, the first thing that comes into our minds is money, cash. But we acknowledge that we can do much more out of the ATM. Bill payments, airtime purchases, cardless withdrawals, all these are propositions that we are planning to in terms of our agenda going forward. Limited customer service in terms of contact channels. We will have a call center 24 hours. Currently, we are calling it a contact center, but it will be a call center very soon, so watch this space. Limited mobile banking products. We are looking to improving by including the QR coding, more billers, self-auto registration. Basically, in short, making life easier for you. Retail banking, I talked about the different propositions, which we call the client value propositions for private banking, for the middle market, for the youth, agency banking, pocket POS. I think I'm already excited about what we are going to be bringing, because this is real, this has happened, this is coming, and the time is now for us. So in summary, on internet banking, on the one hand, thankfully, our systems have not failed us. You can see the features that we had for online banking. I want to spend more time talking about the additional features that we will have, that it will be now easier for you to add beneficiaries, to change them, to make your tax payments, bulk payments of this system with enhanced security. And it will be more reliable in terms of valid email addresses, receiving email statements for your current accounts. You can print statements, you can request them from the branch, and basically you will have more convenience. You can actually now put on your future dated payments on internet banking. You can make sure you've got your standing instructions there. You can have a transaction audit trail for your activities that you will have done on this system. Aren't you excited? I really encourage you to go to our internet banking platform and enjoy these benefits that I'm talking about. So in short, on our journey to become Nedbank Zimbabwe, we are looking into the future where we have more pace, more agility to respond, to anticipate the requirements of our clients. Aggressive in a positive sense to make sure we move with pace and determination, more commercial in terms of our pricing to make them more user-friendly, more acceptable to our customers. And we want to be more competitive so that when you bank with Nedbank, you know you've arrived to the most admired financial institution. Thank you very much.
MD of Nedbank Zimbabwe, and you can tell that the passion with which she spoke is the same passion that we have throughout the bank to serving our clients, to serving and changing the lives of Zimbabweans, and it comes from the top and filters downwards. So thank you very much, Doc, for leading us through this journey, which has come to this glorious conclusion of the launch of Nedbank Zimbabwe. And I think you could tell from the presentation that in life generally, there are some changes that are tweaks. I mean, you could change a tie, you could change a jacket, and those are just tweaks. But this change is a change that changes everything. I mean, you saw the slide that has to do with internet banking. What we had and what we now have are completely different. But there are certain fundamentals that we will hold dear, and that is things like we still take pride in performance. We are still focused on you as our customers, with a desire to still migrate you to more, and remaining and always cognizant that we are money experts, but money experts that do good. But now we're walking you and all of us, walking the journey together towards seeing money differently. And so it gives me great pleasure to call upon the Executive Head Marketing and PR and Communications, Mrs. Deirdre Mutimtema, to come and share with us a few more thoughts around the Nedbank brand. Give her a big round of applause as she comes, ladies.
We've entered a new level of banking. Banking that doesn't recognize borders, but recognizes Zimbabwe for the potential she has, for the future we can build. MBCA, the money experts, and one of Zimbabwe's oldest banks, has begun the journey to rebrand to Nedbank Zimbabwe. Allow us to enable you to see money differently. Nedbank Zimbabwe.
Good afternoon to you all. Are you as excited as I am? Because I am so excited to be part of this transformation. Many of us have been waiting for it. Like the MD said, so many people were asking, and I'm so excited to be part of it. So I'll just walk you through the brand essence. You all know we were a merchant bank. And from the merchant bank, we grew to become a commercial bank in 2004. I think the MD has already alluded to it. By that time, we were servicing corporates and high net worth individuals. Later on, we grew and we decided, we're all talking about financial inclusion, so we grew and we started servicing all segments of the market. Again, the MD mentioned all the different segments, and we are continuing to grow from strength to strength. Our payoff line is see money differently, and this positioning was informed by almost 2 years of research, not just in Zimbabwe, but across all the subsidiaries where we are represented. Client engagement during the research revealed that people want to work with purpose-driven institutions, and we believe we are one of those. They want a professional financial partner that balances their expertise with a genuine commitment to do good, hence our payoff line. You would have seen our advertising collateral. For those who are reading the paper, I think we've been in the newspapers, all the different newspapers, on radio, Facebook, for those that are socially savvy. And we are saying that money is just not money. It's not banknotes. It's not the balance that you see in your bank account. It's not even what's on your payslip. But money is the ability to do that which you want to do. Our focus is therefore to give you service, insights, relationship, and expertise you need to grow your money. In order for you to do that, we're going to be guiding you step by step. We're constantly looking for new and better ways to help our clients grow, and we know that this will have an impact not just on our clients, but on the communities at large, Zimbabwe at large. We are aware that as we serve you well and help you grow, jobs will be created, families will be fed, children will go to school, hence we were talking about school, and we are a learning country. In Nedbank, we see Zimbabwe for the future she has, for the future that we can all build, and we are saying as Nedbank, we want to be part of that future that we're all anticipating for. We believe that this is the perfect time for us to intensify our commitment and improve the tangible that is built on our expertise of enabling clients to navigate challenges and meet their goals. We're saying, do what you do best, and let us help you with money because that's what we are experts at. Nedbank understands that the success of a business is linked to the success of communities it serves. Thus, our brand promise and purpose seeks to demonstrate our tangible investments in society that are deeply rooted in our desire to use financial expertise to make a difference in people's lives. Over the years, we've partnered various non-governmental organizations, business and welfare organizations to assist in taking care of the environment and the societies in which we operate. We are in different, we participate in different sectors. We assist businesses like ZNC, CZI in their functions, and we know that that will help them to grow. We are also we sponsor homes, etc. Nedbank celebrates the diversity of the African continent and its beauty. You will notice that our branding collateral and advertising material depict the African prince. Look at that. We are full of vibrance and color. We have fully embraced this concept, and you'll see more of it as we progress. The brand change from MBCA to Nedbank, however, goes beyond just the look and feel, but it is the foundation of how we intend to partner with you going forward as our clients. At Nedbank, we know that money well managed can make a real difference to people's lives, and we take that very seriously. For us, being good with money means looking at it differently by finding new and better ways to grow it, invest it, manage it, for it to create, I think there's a bit of feedback at the back. I'm hearing myself, if you can help me with that, please. Invest it, manage it for the greater benefit of individuals, businesses, and communities. We believe that our very reason for existing is to use our expertise to do good. By inspiring you to make better choices with your money, we want you to see money not for what it is, but what it can do for you. We want you to see it differently and to see the difference between money being money and money making a difference for you. Like I said, I'm very excited about our transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, you've entered a new level of banking with Nedbank Limited. Thank you.
All right, it now is that moment where we can take your questions. So if you do have a question, we'll kindly ask you to raise your hand. There is a roving microphone. We'll then ask you to stand, identify yourself and your organization, and then you can ask your question, and one of our panel, led by our MD, will field your questions. We have a question up front here.
Thank you very much. My name is Byron Mutingwende, the editor of Spiked Online Media. My question is that, before I ask my question, I want to congratulate Nedbank for this unique offering into the business and financial market. My question is that as you are entering the international community, I'm talking to Madame Gina, the managing director. I said Nedbank is in Namibia, is in South Africa, and so forth. But we have here in Zimbabwe our currency, which maybe when I bank bond notes, but the government says our bank notes are equivalent to the United States dollar. Will there be any challenges in terms of then trying to access my money from South Africa or from Namibia? Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Mawire. Our banking sector is currently characterized.
Sorry, Mr. Mawire, where are you from?
I'm a journalist.
Okay. From which organization?
African Review magazine.
Okay.
We are currently facing a crisis where clients are not receiving their money when they need it. How is Nedbank going to navigate through the banking crisis? I mean, what innovative methods are you going to implement so that you can ease the pressure whereby the clients are failing to get the money they need in time and the amount they need in time?
Thank you very much for those questions. Byron, you asked that we now have these US dollars that are equivalent to bond notes. How will we be able to access the money when we travel? Let me make something very clear. MBCA is on its journey to becoming Nedbank. The shareholding remains as it was when we were MBCA. The requirements for Nedbank Zimbabwe to operate in this market in Zimbabwe, according to the exchange control requirements of Zimbabwe, remains. What this means is when you leave Zimbabwe, you are allowed still to take up to $2,000 US or the equivalent thereof when you leave the country. You can also load your money on your MasterCard card when you are able to access the physical cash. So nothing has changed. The reason for mentioning the other Nedbank countries or offices is to show the diverse distribution of investments by Nedbank Group in sub-Saharan Africa. So what has been happening will continue to happen. Nedbank Zimbabwe operates as a distinct entity in as much as Nedbank in Namibia does, or Swaziland, or Lesotho, or indeed Malawi. So the issue of cash, which I think was at the back of the question, has been raised again by Mawire, who says, how will the coming of Nedbank assist in this crisis of not receiving money when you need it to relieve pressure? You will be aware that as Nedbank and as MBCA, we have been offering our clients some cash in the full knowledge that most of the cash that is available for the country to operate effectively, we also need to put part of it towards strategic imports that we need to ensure that we remain employed and that other people remain employed. So what have we done? I've just spoken about our internet banking platform. It's another way to relieve the pressure of looking for physical cash and ensuring that you do electronic transfers via internet banking. We have the mobile app that remains for you to do some transactions as and when you're required to do so. But we recognize that even though we have these electronic platforms, you have a requirement for cash. So as and when cash becomes available, we do offer that to our clients. And I'm sure you would be the first one, if you are a client of MBCA or have been a client of MBCA and now transition with us to Nedbank, that clients have been getting allocations on a weekly basis for those other requirements that where you absolutely must use cash for. But we still have mobile banking available, internet banking is available, our mobile app is available, and let's not also forget that as we get paid, we get transfers into our accounts. These, although they are money, they are not physical money. So we do our best and continue, and will continue to do so, to give you some cash. But I encourage you, use the electronic platforms and do get onto the internet banking platform that we have recently unveiled and experience the difference, the beauty, the convenience of transacting and using your money that way. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Doc. And in that answer, I think you realize that we are calling on you to see money differently. And don't forget our point of sale network as well. We are available far and wide, so you can utilize that as well. Any questions?
My name is Tatira from Newsday. I just wanted to ask, point of sale machines, how many do you now have distributed in the country in light of you saying that you want to pursue more cashless solutions?
My name is Chiweza from ZFM. I would like to ask, being a regional body, what type of convenience services will you be offering outside of the country, such as card replacement for your clients who may be in South Africa or Namibia?
We have 1,800 point-of-sale machines. We're still growing and counting. You will find us in some supermarkets, in some shops. So we are already out there, and we will be growing our network. And I got the question of what convenience outside the offices. Currently, our systems are still separate. The subsidiary systems are the same, but we have not yet linked our systems from one country to the other. So the one thing that I can offer you for convenience is our MasterCard card. When you are traveling, when you load your money, you can certainly transact in any of those countries, indeed globally, on our MasterCard card. And we are planning on rolling out our Visa MasterCard debit card. So watch that space. We'll be very busy on your account.
We also have full operability on Zoom Switch point-of-sale machines as well, don't we? So you can avail yourself to that service as well. Any further questions?
Maybe if the executive head of marketing and PR, maybe you could clarify only some of your corporate social responsibility activities countrywide.
Thank you very much. So we look at different sectors. We are assisting children's homes, such as Matthew Rusike. We've been to New Start Children's Home, but we look at sustainable initiatives. So what we want to do is to not just give them money and then disappear, but we give them money to do sustainable initiatives. We move with them every step of the way so that afterwards they can continue to be fed. We also assist homes for the elderly, and then we assist business organizations as well. I think there I mentioned ZNCC, CZI, Institute of Chartered Accountants, etc.
We do support organizations outside of Harare. I heard you say countrywide. We have a home in Bulawayo, Ekupemeleni, which we support. Engucheni, we support. So we also have an initiative where our staff pick a cause of their own choice to support throughout the country where we are represented. So there are initiatives taking place there as well. And we also support a spirit of entrepreneurship amongst the youth through Junior Achievement Zimbabwe. And we have a major investment in that area outside the support that we give to business organizations to advance businesses. I thought I would add those because I'm passionate about entrepreneurship amongst the youth. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I think the only thing remaining is for me to call upon our COO, and that is Mr. Macmillan Nyagomo, to come forward and give us a vote of thanks. Give him a big round of applause as he comes, ladies.
A very good afternoon to you all. We thank you all for attending the Nedbank Zimbabwe press conference today, which would have not been a success without your presence. We thank our Nedbank family across the Limpopo. We have walked this journey alongside the MBCA brand, and we have no doubt that this is the beginning of greater things to come for the bank and the country as a whole. Over the past few months, there's been a lot of collaboration between our parent company, Nedbank South Africa, and us. The camaraderie is commendable. We would also like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our clients for their support over the years. We have continued to walk this journey together, and they have chosen Nedbank as their bank of choice, which we do not take for granted. A special thanks goes to the Nedbank Zimbabwe staff who worked tirelessly to ensure that the brand and the new core banking system are rolled out smoothly. You are outstanding team Nedbank Zimbabwe, and I have no doubt all our stakeholders agree and feel the positive impact. To our board led by Mr. Willard Zireva, we thank you for the continued guidance and support. We also thank our regulators and the company's registration offices who all played a pivotal role in making this rebranding exercise a possibility. A special thanks goes to the venue we have hosted us today. We thank you for your hospitality and ensuring that our day was a success. To Davis Events, Columbus DDB, Jericho Advertising, Atelier, and our MC, Barry, we thank you for being an extension of Nedbank team and flying our brand high. We have walked the journey together to launch the Nedbank brand here in Zimbabwe, and we look forward to more creativity going forward. Last but certainly not least, we thank all the media houses and analysts here present. This day is for you. Without your coverage and support, we are unable to tell the Nedbank story. We thank you for continuing to cover the brand and ensuring that all our stakeholders are kept abreast of key milestones within the bank and our country as a whole. I thank you.
Thank you very much to Macmillan for that vote of thanks, which in itself also demonstrated the ethos of Nedbank Zimbabwe. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. To everyone else, colleagues who are here present, thank you so much for joining us. Let's walk the journey towards seeing money differently. May God richly bless you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Manandi, out.